In our show with Julia, we talked about friendship and the loneliness epidemic. I think there's a lot of great conversations happening out there about this epidemic, and Julia also shared a lot of tangible ways to put yourself out there. So it got me thinking for this deep dive that I wanted to laser in on this one theme, which is that when we have a potential solution or idea in front of us, like Julia suggested, what stops us from trying to connect? What happens that makes us get in our own way? Now, off the top of your head, you could name a bunch of reasons, right? Fear of rejection, insecurity, nervousness, unrealistic expectations, cynicism, pessimism, or even, I guess, our brain being in survivor or threat detection mode. So we can talk all day about ideas to feel less lonely, but you will not act on them if your thoughts are telling you not to. And why would they do that, you ask? Because thoughts can be assholes. I'm sort of kidding, but not really. But no, more often it's traumatic past experiences. It's ego protection. I mean, your brain is just trying to keep you alive, so it's naturally sending signals to you to be cautious or to accept a certain pattern or outcome. We know that a lot of not putting yourself out there is based in fear. So this is a good time to talk about challenging your thoughts. What does that mean? This is where you pause and tell yourself, or you ask yourself, how accurate is this thought? Is your fear warranted? Is there any evidence to the contrary? Is your thought related to a fact or a feeling? That's a big one. And if you listen to the show, you know that Julia shared that not all of her attempts to connect were successful. So part of navigating this whole challenging thoughts thing is to understand, I guess, basically your win percentage, how often you succeed. Because you may not make a friend or get a date every time you put yourself out there. But every time you've tried, you have survived the shitty feelings of rejection and embarrassment. And I'm not dismissing how awful those feel, but when you get through it, you prove to your brain that those moments are survivable. So when you're about to put yourself out there and your brain starts saying, don't do it, you'll be humiliated, you get to tell yourself that that's not true. Now, can we stop for a second and just give that point some weight? Did you know that you can tell your brain that something it came up with isn't true? Did you know that your brain isn't accurate all the time? And if your brain is stubbornly insisting, which it loves to do, you get to swoop in with some facts. And this is where I'm coming from with this whole evidence to the contrary, or challenging those negative thoughts for accuracy, or naming the fear for what it is so that it can lose some power over you. Now, I acknowledge fully that all of these techniques are hard at first. But the more you do them, the easier and faster you can do them in those moments when you're hesitating to act. If you practice ahead of time, you're more likely to use these methods in the moment. And to set yourself up for a greater chance of success when you are seeking a friendship or a date, you basically have to be a solid friend to yourself first by not accepting the BS or the manipulations of your brains that are trying to convince you not to try. Well, that's it for this deep dive. If you want to hear more on this topic or be a guest on the show, email us at theunrelatingpodcast@gmail.com or find us on the socials. Our Instagram is Unrelating Podcast. Give us a follow and get in touch with us. Let us know what you think.